kind of chilly this morning, so rocking the hat. This video has been not a long time in the making, but a medium amount of time in the making. I would say about a week and a half at this point. And the reason for that is the same reason for last time I said this in a video. It's just because there's been a lot happening and, things that are happening currently in my life just end up taking precedence. So I share that and I'm like, oh, whenever I have time, I'll record this video. And it just got postponed and postponed and postponed until finally, now I get a chance to record it. So let's get into it. If you've read the title of this video, then you probably won't be surprised by what I say next. If you haven't, well, surprise! Someone donated $500 to the GoFundMe that my friend created for me way back over a year and a half ago when I was first diagnosed. And it just amazes me. Every time someone donates, someone I don't know, it amazes me that a complete stranger would, go out of their way and donate their hard-earned money to help me. But $500 is a lot of money. And it's impossible, obviously, for me to not feel grateful by such a gesture. But once again, it just kind of astounds me by people's generosity. I know sometimes I focus on the negative stuff, the trolls and haters and stuff like that, people who leave comments and stuff, but it's there's so many more good people out there than, bad people. And I just want to say that I'm incredibly grateful, not just to this person, yes, of course, obviously, but, to everyone who donated, not just to me, anyone who donated to anything, anyone who did an act of kindness for someone else, anyone who went out of their way to help a stranger. Basically anyone who did anything good, which I'm aware is most people, because most people, at least at some point in their life, have done something good. And it's just nice to be reminded of that, especially around the holidays and everything. And given the last video that I recorded, you're probably thinking oh, cool, you can use this money to go see your wife. And I would. However, there's been extra expenses when it comes to the holidays and everything. So it's I went to visit my sister, so I had to get a present for her daughter and her son. And then my friend invited me to have Christmas lunch with him and his wife. So it's I had to get him something, I had to get her something, I had to get their kids something. And, it's just things add up around the holidays. So the $500 is mostly going to, go to that to contribute to everything. Plus another quick mini side story. When I was at my sister's, I bought another humidifier. I already have 3 in the apartment, 1 in each room, but they're not quite powerful enough to get the humidity level to the point that I need, because for normal people, this is fine. It's just in winter when I start heating, the air in the apartment gets dry, and the humidifiers help, counteract that. But in my condition, because of the breathing issues and everything, if I can get it higher than that, well, then it can actually help for the breathing issues, especially at night. That's the most difficult period, and that's when I need it the most. So when I was at my sister's, I bought another one, and when I got here, it arrived and I used it for a couple of days, and it did make a big difference because it's more powerful than the ones I already had, and was able to get that humidity level to the, within the range that I needed it to be. And I noticed that it made a difference when it came to sleeping. It made things better. Unfortunately, the humidifier itself sucked. I don't know why they designed it that way, but there's the holes through it comes out. They're kind of angles. So there's one shooting this way, one shooting that way, which seems fine. Because oh, okay, disperses better. The problem is it doesn't shoot high enough in the air. So the mist would just fall back down and get everything around it wet. So it's no matter where I place it, on the ground, on my nightstand, it's everything around it gets wet. I have wooden floors. It's going to mess up my floors completely. If it's on my bedstand, that's where I keep my phone at night. and you know, there's a Kleenex box and everything. So it's like, okay, this humidifier cannot work. So I had to return it, and I just ordered another one, which was a little more expensive, but I'm like, I don't want to risk getting another cheap one because, you know, maybe the same thing as last time will happen. So I made sure to buy one that's kind of like taller. That way it shoots in the air. There's no risk of getting anything wet. It has a bigger tank. That way I don't have to refill it every single day. And, you know, it covers a larger area, and it produces a more amount of a higher level of humidity per hour than other humidifiers. So it would be like perfect for my room, and then I can just take the small one I have there now and just transfer it, let's say, to the living room. So that's kind of been the plan. The only thing is that type of humidifier is more expensive. Like I got it on sale, it was about 130 bucks. So it's like that plus the or the Christmas presents and everything that I got. It's like the 500 bucks the person donated pretty much went to all that. So, you know, I am incredibly grateful. I really appreciate it. It's definitely helping out a lot, and all the other donations as well, of course. In fact, I'm hoping to make a video about that soon because I had no expectations when it came to this when my friend created the GoFundMe like a year and a half ago. And she set a level, like a target of 10,000 bucks. And in my head, I'm just like, that is insane. That's ridiculous. We'll never get to that. Like, I'm just some random person. No one cares enough about me to donate, and we'll never get to that point. But a year and a half later, here we are. We're about almost at 95% of that $10,000 goal. So it's like, you know, at this point, it's just a matter of time until eventually we get there. And, you know, it's really not about the money. It's just that I remember back when my friend created the GoFundMe, and there was just such like insecurity on my part of like feeling like I don't deserve this and why would anyone donate and blah blah blah, and feeling guilty and feeling like a charity case and everything. And you know, now here we are, and we're like almost at that $10,000 mark, and it blows my mind. And I know like once we do get to that point, I am gonna make a video once again thanking everyone who donated. And it's just really amazing once again to see people's generosity, their willingness to help other people who are, you know, in need, who can benefit from what they have to offer. So I'm just very grateful. I thought it was important to share this. Thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you to everyone who, you know, who's a good person, really. I just want to thank you because I know that a lot of people never get, you know, that's not the point. That's not why we do good things, but it's still good every once in a while to be acknowledged, to be thanked for the good things that we do. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's ever done that for me or for someone else. Like, thank you. You're a really good person. You should be proud of yourself. I missed the button. Should I be proud of myself? I don't know. Ooh, I missed it again. I don't think I should be proud of myself.